I want you to know this important information about the cells of your body. Did you know that you have average of 37 trillion cells in your body? Okay, that's a lot. 37 trillion. And guess who's in charge of those cells? The brain. Your brain is in charge to give those cells commands. Okay, so your brain, your thoughts, is commanding your cells every single moment, every single day. Your 37 trillion cells in your body are listening to the chief, to the chief in command, to the computer, your brain. So that's why it's super mindful that you have awareness of your thoughts. Your thoughts. How are you speaking to your cells every single day? Are you being kind? Are you being loving to yourselves? Or are you being negative and putting yourselves into fear, into downward spiral? Now, another thing I want you to contemplate on: cancer. Think about cancer. A cancer cell, one cancer cell, okay? That's how it starts. And versus all the other cells, 37 trillion. What I'm trying to make a point here. What if you have the power to communicate with all your cells, okay, by rewiring your subconscious and bridging the conscious with your subconscious with your conscious, okay, both of them, and you can heal yourself by simply believing, because according to science, so go and research, according to science, you've got all these cells, and just because you have one or a few, I don't know how many, that are bad, that are not in alkaline, what if you can make the other ones fight for you, for the other ones, for the bad ones? What if you can heal? Okay, what if you can heal 37 trillion cells? That's a lot. That's a lot. And not only that, I want you to understand and realize how powerful your mind is. Your mind is one powerful thing, okay? It can either kill you or it can heal you. You get to choose. You get to choose. It's about believing. It's about faith. What is faith? Okay, faith is not knowing in the now moment, not seeing, not having, not knowing what's going to happen. You just trust. Faith is trust. Faith is surrendering. Faith is believing. It hasn't happened yet in this now moment. However, you have faith that it will. Right? So if you are dealing with any health issues, think about this information that I'm giving you. If you are dealing with low self-esteem, lack of confidence, if you are dealing with any addictions, all right, you've got this. You just have to look at your subconscious programs. I can help you with that with hypnotherapy. We can get to the root. Look at your subconscious programs. Look at your beliefs. You have limited beliefs. Do you speak to yourself negatively? What about your body image? What are you telling yourself when you look in the mirror every morning? When you wake up, you see, look in the mirror. Are you speaking nicely and loving to yourself? Because the way you are communicating, and mind you, you've got about 60,000 thoughts per day, okay? That's a lot. You are talking to yourself the most. So you talk to yourself the most internally through your thoughts. How are you speaking to yourself? Are you being kind? Are you being loving? Or are you being harsh and judgmental and putting yourself down and being negative? It's time to reflect. Time to, be mindful and realize the power that you hold, the power that your mind has for healing and for transformation. So anything is possible. Okay, I've done it. I've went through so many transformations. It's been one transformation to another. It just it's evolution. Okay, it never ends. It's always growing, because you're either growing or you're dying, and I choose to grow, and I choose to invest in myself. I choose to invest in my health and in my growth. So I'm evolving and growing every single day. Has it been easy? Absolutely not. It's been very challenging, but it's worth it. It's so completely worth it. So back to the purpose of this video is to let you know that your cells are listening. All your cells are listening to your mind. So when you wake up and get into attitude of gratitude, praise yourselves, praise yourself, be loving to yourself, because your cells will listen. So so this is something that I've done in the past for so many years. I used to look in the mirror and feel fat and talk to myself. It's so foreign, these words, now that I can't even say. So I would look at myself like, oh my God, this is so fat, this is it. And criticize myself. Well, guess what? I had no idea back then that my cells were listening and obeying. Because the more I was telling myself that I looked fat and I felt fat, the more my cells were like, okay, let's get fatter. And I had no idea what I was doing, because I didn't have the knowledge. Once I started learning about how the subconscious works, once I started learning about the power of our mind, our thoughts, and that thoughts generate feelings, and then feelings lead to actions, and we create our own reality, and that the outside reflects our insides. Oh, I changed. I started being super mindful with my words. Anyone who knows me, who's close to me, can tell you, okay, I'm super mindful, and I'm always helping and coaching with whoever I am, helping with words, because I trained myself for so many years. I've been on this journey for many, many years. So I trained myself to only use positive words and be mindful of the negative, because I am aware that words are powerful, thoughts are powerful, and thoughts will create feelings, and feelings, generate emotions, and that's fuel. Okay, remember, everything is energy. Right? So remember, 37 trillion cells in your body. How are you going to speak to them? Okay. Do you want them to heal your body, or do you want them to make you sick? Do you want to make you happy or upset? Okay, you get to choose. You are in charge. Okay, you're the captain of your ship. You're in charge of your computer, your brain giving the commands. As a matter of fact, when I'm dealing with certain health issues, so what I mean is, like, if I have a client, if I'm helping someone with health issues such as cancer or autoimmune disease, first we do the hypnosis, the hypnotherapy, to get to the root of the emotions. Remember the emotional part, the two factors, the emotion and the environment. So first I go and get to the root of the emotional part of the disease, of the issue. And then after we gather the knowledge, because knowledge is freedom, the second part of what I offer, the part of the transformation, is I create a custom-made recording. And when I'm dealing with a health issue, physical issue such as cancer, when I do this recording, I do command cell therapy, it's called. And literally, like, especially when it comes to cancer, it takes me like 6 hours to create this thing. It's like a piece work of art. I absolutely love it because I'm in it. I'm like so tuned in to the person's cells, and I'm creating this whole command where I'm commanding the person, the client's cells, to work for them in a positive way. I'm giving them commands. And then the client's responsibility, because this is teamwork, is to listen to the recording before they go to sleep, because the subconscious never sleeps. It's always working, right? So while the client is sleeping, they listen to the recording, and this command cell therapy, it's literally instructing their cells while they're sleeping to do the work, to do the healing. It's mind-blowing. It's super powerful. And then they have to listen again when they wake up. So they're set up for the day. It sets them up for success right away. And sometimes during the day too. Depends on the case. But but it's like when you're listening to this recording, it's literally reprogramming your cells, all your cells in your body. It's amazing. But even if you are not doing this work, if you're not, having these recordings, you can start, okay, on your own. You can start by being mindful of your thoughts and being mindful how you are communicating with your cells. So remember, okay, your cells are always listening. Be mindful how you speak to them. How do you speak to yourself on a daily basis? It's going to affect if you're going to be healthy, if you're going to be happy, and it's also going to affect whether or not you're going to be able to achieve your goals or not.